What's up, everybody? I got a really cool surprise for you today. This is something we have never done on this channel before. This is something we've never experienced, and for the first time, we've had a company reach out to us and wanted us to review their product. And this is amazing on so many levels because one, this means your support for my channel has truly been heard around the world, and we are doing this together. And two, because the great people at the Lights Wow sent me a lighting kit to install into one of my Lego builds. Now, I've always been very interested about these lighting kits because I've seen them all over social media, and they kind of scare me for a number of reasons. One, I definitely feel like if you try them and you like them, you're going to want to buy them for your entire city, and I'm sure that can get pricey. But two, also because I'm very curious about hiding the wires for these and just the overall aesthetic and look at this. But when the people over at the Lights Wow reached out to me, I told them, look, I would be very interested in giving you an honest and full review of the product that you guys send me. And so I told them to send me a surprise for one of the sets that I have, and they did that. And without further ado, we're going to take a deep dive into installing the lighting kit and seeing what it is all about and what it really looks like. So I'm very excited for this. So with that, let's dive in and start installing. So as you can see, the Light Up the New World lighting kit brings shine and sound to your model world. When we open it up, we are greeted with an instruction manual with a QR code and then a number of numbered bags. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbered bags and this little connection piece. This is my first light kit. I've never done one of these before, but now I'm very excited. And with that, let's reveal what set we're going to be installing it in. So as you all know, I do love Halloween. I wasn't always the biggest fan of Halloween, but until I met my wife and we started having kids, I really got into Halloween. So when they asked me a few of the set options I was looking for, this was one of the ones I reached out and told them that I would be interested in doing a review for. So without further ado, let's get the set we're going to install the light kit on. Dun, 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 dun. They've sent me the lighting kit for the Haunted Mansion, and this is going to be really cool because I love the fact that I already have it on Mills plates, so I can incorporate it into my city, and I can take it out when I need to, and I can install it when I need to. And on top of that, my kids are going to go crazy when they see this thing light up because they love Halloween just as much as I do, and just as much as my wife does. So without further ado, let's get installing. So as mentioned, you scan the QR code and it'll bring you to an instruction manual. And I believe we have the classic version. It looks like it appears to be. So I'm going to start piecing this thing together step by step. So let's begin.
The initial building process is a little daunting to begin with, but once you get into a groove, it really becomes much easier as you learn what you're doing and how they're going about doing it. So at first I was very hesitant, but as I got through the first bag, I realized it was much easier than I expected.
All right, so I turned the lights off. Obviously it's still light out, but you should be able to get the full effect. Everything has been installed, and then it looks so cool. I mean, it looks absolutely stunning. I love the greens and the chandelier hanging in there. So cool. I love the little light posts. But then when you open it, you've got all the blues and the greens and the oranges. Absolutely stunning. So you can get a little close up. Got some greens, some blues. You got the oranges down there. You got the greens, more blues. You got the light up eyes. Down here you got some candles, blue and the ghost. You got green behind the frame. Then you got the ghost down here, and it looks so cool. I really do. I think it brings it to life. These lighting kits will absolutely bring it to life. And I think that's so cool. Wow. But I told you I would give you an honest review. So now that I got the lights back on, I'll go ahead and turn those off. And we're gonna open it up and just from the initial standpoint, the one major downfall is obviously the wiring. Now, I do believe there is a better way of hiding this. I just need to spend a little bit more time with it. This wiring, it had it going under these blocks, but these blocks right here, but it was causing them to not go down, so I ended up just taping it back there. One downfall I really disliked was with these little stickies. That sticky did not hold the piece it was supposed to hold, so I just concealed it with tape. And another thing I didn't like is these pieces, the Lego pieces that they have given you, that you install, they're not Lego branded, and I do believe that is a downfall because these technically are supposed to go back and underneath, but it is so difficult because they are not specific to the Lego pieces. So I had a very difficult time. I spent like 15 minutes trying to get this one back here. It would not connect. I even laid the entire set down, still could not get it. So I eventually said, screw it, and I put it right underneath here for all three of these. And then even one on the back of here. Then you got some wiring, exposed wiring, but nothing too crazy. You have a wire right here that runs through the wall. I really liked the way they did this one, where it goes up and in, and then it goes all the way back. But I think ultimately from the exterior, like I said, I mean, when you're standing back, you don't see those wires. You're not paying too much attention to them. And I also feel like this is probably one of the more difficult sets to hide the wiring. So I'm not gonna completely knock them for that. I truly believe they did an amazing job at building the wires into the overall structure. And for that, I gotta give them bonus points because it's a pretty cool build when you add it. One other thing I didn't love was the instruction manual. So in my background, I spent about 6 years doing adult theory education training. So 90% of that job was creating instruction manuals, creating training guides. So I came across a couple errors within the training within the user guide, that they misplaced steps, that if they were in the correct order, I think it would have been much better. But those are my only downfalls. Overall, I'm very, very pleased with it. I really think that this is possibly one of the more difficult setups to do it in, because you do have an opening, you do have an exposed interior when you open it, but for the most part, I feel like they really hit it well, and I really love that as you go up, you can see the green inside the Tower of Terror. You can even see it in there, the cart or the ride is lighting up. Let's see if we can get it to open. So cool. I think that's just awesome. And I mean, I'm really happy with it. I did not expect the brightness of these lights to be so vibrant. I thought they were going to be much more dull, and I thought the overall integration of it was going to be way more difficult. I would suggest, if you get a lighting kit, to build it into the system, into the Lego set while you're building it, because a lot of times you have to almost pull up on certain pieces to get the wiring input underneath it. But
But ultimately, I think it's a success. I think it's a really good product. I'm looking at their website right now. Their pricing point is not anything astronomical. I know there's a lot of companies out there that are pushing these lights, and I've seen them range from $60 to $100 many times. But if you go to thelightswow.com, their website, I'll link it below. I'll put their Instagram below. They really hooked me up here, and I can't be more thankful. So thank you so much to the fellows at Lights Wow. I mean, their pricing is the vast majority of them seem to be under $50, and you get this lighting kit. When you open it and you look at it, you may be a little questionable about it, but I'm talking once you kind of start to get rolling, it is so simple to install. And I think in total, I think it took me about 40 minutes. But I got really fat thumbs, so I couldn't push everything in like I needed to. And again, I think if you build it into your actual building of the model, I think it'll clear up even more time. So overall, I think it's a really cool product. And I'm very, very thankful for y'all to sending me one. So definitely let me know which one I should get next. I think now I'm addicted. I'm going to need to get them for the entire city. I'm gonna have to light up the city now. Can't just have one building. I gotta get more. So hope you guys enjoyed. Again, to the people at the Lights Wow, thank you so much. I will link all of their information below. They did not pay me anything to review this. I promise you that there was not any money distributed between the two. They reached out to me and they said, hey, we'd love to send you one and let you do a review. I told them I would do an honest review, and I feel I've been honest. I've gave the pros and the cons. So let me know down below what y'all think. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Make sure you come back tomorrow because we have huge, huge news coming. If you've been following our Instagram, you could probably take a guess. So make sure you come back tomorrow. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Comment down below. Thank you all so much for your continued support. As always, stay happy, stay humble, stay grateful, stay positive, and stay creative. We'll see you tomorrow.